Marjorie Harvey's journey from the streets to the red carpet. Welcome back to Celebrity Spotlight. Today we have an incredible story to share with you. Get ready because we're about to uncover the journey of Marjorie Harvey, the wife of Steve Harvey. While Marjorie has often taken a backseat in the public eye, her story is quite incredible, displaying resilience as well as transformation. From her fashionable presence by Steve's side to a challenging past as an ex-kingpin's wife, we'll dive into the intriguing tale of how she went from a troubled history to finding love and building a life of luxury.
How I do let go of a prayer for you.
Marjorie Harvey, known as Lady Heroin in certain circles, has long been associated with her husband Steve Harvey. However, her own personal journey has remained largely untold. If you guys don't know, well then let me tell you that Marjorie married her first ex-husband, Jim Townsend, in the late 90s, and during this time she came dangerously close to being arrested on multiple occasions. According to a report that was published by Radar in 2017, Townsend was a huge drug dealer who ended up spending almost 30 years in prison after attempting to buy a large quantity of cocaine. Regarding his connection with Marjorie, Townsend shared with the Globe that at the time of our arrest, we were married according to the law. The two of them enjoyed a wonderful life together when residing in Memphis.
And she was this big time drug kingpin, and you took and did time for her to save her.
In the same interview, Townsend stated that the FBI had evidence indicating that both his brother and Marjorie were participating in his illicit organization, but he told Radar that we cut a deal that they wouldn't indict them. Here, Townsend was actually referring to the fact that the FBI allegedly possessed such evidence that would really cause trouble for Marjorie. Townsend further disclosed that Marjorie was the owner of her own club at the time of his arrest, and federal agents forced her to close the club because they believed that it had been purchased with money that had been illegally obtained.
With her indictment, did you just...
Well, they did indict her because, I made a deal.
This means that Marjorie was allegedly complicit in her husband's criminal activities? Even multiple accounts claim that FBI and the DEA warned Jim to help them to arrest Marjorie because of the strong proof they had of his own unlawful activities. Jimmy complied with the law enforcement and was arrested for attempting to purchase 40 kilograms of cocaine. After serving 30 years of prison, President Obama granted him clemency in 2017. Marjorie, on the other hand, was able to avoid conviction by divorcing Jimmy within the first 5 years of his term. Despite the fact that Jimmy was incarcerated throughout the time, he and Marjorie were no longer together. But Townsend stated in an interview that they maintained communication up until the point when she began dating Steve Harvey. In 2019, Townsend revealed to Radar that he used part of the leisure time that he had while inside to write his autobiography. At the time of the interview, he hadn't finished it yet, but he alluded to the fact that it would contain information regarding his connection with Marjorie. "I have no allegiance to Marjorie. She showed her hand," he stated. Jim claimed that he had written such secrets that would ruin Marjorie. Townsend acknowledged that some aspects of his account would be unflattering to his ex-wife, who is now married to Steve Harvey. When asked about the book, he admitted that Marjorie had lied to him, but said he would keep some aspects secret out of respect for his kids. After Marjorie and Townsend broke up, there were rumors that she was involved with another drug dealer named Darnell Woods, who was Marjorie's ex-boyfriend's Ronnie Wood's cousin. But this would not stop Marjorie, and she eventually tied the knot with Darnell. But unfortunately, this marriage also did not last long. And the reason is again Steve Harvey, as Marjorie started to talk with Steve again. Since Marjorie and Steve say that they met in the late 90s, you're not alone if you're having trouble keeping track of events. They briefly dated, then got back together in 2005. Anyways, after Marjorie got in touch with Steve, she saw that he was on his path to stardom. Marjorie immediately divorced Darnell because she wanted to enjoy the fame that Steve was enjoying. After the divorce, Darnell was apparently arrested due to his inappropriate dealings, but it somewhere seems like Marjorie cheated on Darnell. Well, irrespective of being known to Marjorie's reality, her ex Townsend tried to construct a joyful lifestyle for himself, but at the same time tried to make difficulties for Marjorie. Jimmy L. Townsend, in a preview clip for his interview with blogger Tasha K, promised to tell it all to everybody about some hidden truths.
Whatever facade you portraying to the media, that's cool. Just leave me alone. Let me bond with my grandbabies and kids.
But before Jimmy would do anything, Steve, out of nowhere, came forward and talked about Jimmy, and it became one of the main topics covered by the media. During his show, Steve was approached for guidance on combining families by a woman who was worried her fiancé's children would tell her that they didn't consider her their mother, to which Steve related a personal anecdote about Marjorie's youngest son, Jason, who at the age of 13 had the audacity to tell the comedian, "You ain't my daddy." Steve added some comic flair to the response by saying, "Well, where is that punk?"
And he told Jason, "I love your mama, so I got to love you."
As you can see, I swooped in here to save your mother. It's me who saves the day for her. The famous TV host then declared, "I'ma transform her life. So long as she has you, I will love you as much as I love her. To put it bluntly, I intend to alter your life trajectory." Steve was actually indirectly pointing toward Townsend and warning him that Marjorie has a husband to protect her life. Townsend didn't like the remark, especially since he was already serving a life sentence for his role in a drug ring. "I don't know if it's insecurity or what," he said to Tasha K. "It's impossible, considering your wealth. I don't really amount to much."
We never had an argument to fall out. You made the decision to cut your stuff off from me.
Well, when Steve and Marjorie wed in June 2007, Steve adopted Morgan, Jason, and Lori, Marjorie's 3 children. Steve's twin daughters, Brandy and Carly, as well as his son, Broderick, from his first marriage, and his son, Winton, from his second marriage to Mary, making a total of 4 of his children. Now that she has a blended family, Marjorie enjoys sharing marital advice with others.
Was talking about had Jason change his name, but he didn't do it. Marjorie was behind it. Come to find out later on, as I talked to Jason, initially he lied. Man, Jason was talking every day.
However, there's widespread speculation that this apparently normal family is actually quite dysfunctional. An insider told Radar Online lately that the Harveys are quite tense behind closed doors because Marjorie is still fixated on marrying Lori off to a wealthy person and promoting her in the public while ignoring her other children. And this thing has also raised speculation that Marjorie is a gold digger. One person said, "It's too late for her to tell her daughter about giving yourself away. Money should never be a factor for love." The insider also claimed that Marjorie is the boss at the Harvey house and has been giving Lori relationship advice. Another person said Marjorie doesn't even have a relationship with her daughter Morgan anymore because her husband isn't rich and famous. But now Marjorie is enjoying everything she wished for, from being a wife of a very dangerous drug dealer to a fashion influencer, stylist, and successful businesswoman, with a popular blog to her trendy online store.
As a passion for fashion, she has now taken it and turned it into a brand new blog called TheLadyLovesCouture.com.
Marjorie Harvey has captivated fashion lovers everywhere. She's also collaborated with top fashion brands, even featured in renowned magazines and participated in prestigious fashion events. In addition to her fashion endeavors, Marjorie's philanthropic work through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation has made a significant impact on the lives of young people in need. Her exceptional style, entrepreneurial spirit, and dedication to helping others make her a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs and philanthropists, showing that no matter what happens in your past, you can use the lessons to evolve into a better version of yourself. That's it for this video. Until next time, ciao!